Well, you know what? I thought our guys came out, and it was a good game-like situation for our guys. Like every spring game, there were some good things and some things that you need to work on. But you want to get that in a game-like situation, and you want to learn from those things. Um, and there's a lot of things to learn. I mean, I think without question, we do have some key guys that can make plays for us on both sides of the ball, and then we just got to continue to develop depth on both sides of the ball as well. And I think that's the key is working your young guys as much as you can, making sure they're ready to go when their number is called, making sure they're ready to go if an injury happens, and if you feel like you need to improve in certain areas, then we got to go out and figure out ways to improve otherwise. But I do think our guys worked hard and gave good effort.
Jeff, I know it was only a spring game, but you came out on the field for the first time as the head coach of Brohm. Any thoughts and feelings about that?
Well, I was excited to be back, and I think that I want to win, and I want to win for our players and for this team, university, but the fans as well. So, um, when the game gets here, game one, we have to be ready to go. So every practice has to be utilized. We've got to go back and dissect and analyze what we've done here. We've got to figure out ways, in my opinion, which is going to happen in the first year of an offense and defense, to be a much smarter football team. I think we're lacking in that area right now. We just got to learn a lot of things. We got to you can tell some guys that have experience are by far our best players right now. We've got to make sure all 11 on the field are able to comprehend what we're doing so that they can play fast and play very well.
Jack Plummer, obviously there's some familiarity there. Your thoughts on how he worked through his first spring before you here?
Well, he had a really good camp. Without question, had a really good camp. I know we got off to a little slow start today. Had a couple of third and long situations, and sometimes you just got to figure out ways to get completions and see if we can break a tackle and not do too much. But you know what? He's played a lot of football. He has a ton of experience. He understands it. He's going to give us great effort. He's a good leader, and we've got to continue to, um, get him great at all the small things, and which he will do, and continue to work the backups behind him so that they're ready to play. Well, without question, we want to be competitive every week and play a great brand of football. And sometimes that equals a lot of wins, and sometimes maybe not as much as you want. But we want to win. So, um, between now and the first game, we've got to study, our last 15 practices, our personnel. How can we get them better? We've got to really catch up on studying this conference in the first, at least 6 opponents we play, and make sure we have an understanding of what they do. We've got to go back and continue to watch last year and see, what this conference is all about. Because sometimes when you're a little new to it, you may not know exactly the ins and outs like we maybe did when we were in the Big Ten. So I just think that there's a lot of work that needs to go into it. Nothing's going to automatically happen. We have certain guys on our team that work really hard, like the one sitting next to me, MJ Griffin. He's in the office every day with Coach English. Every time I'm in there, he's in there, and I know he wants to win and he wants to play well. So we need all of our players putting in that time and understanding that's what it's going to take to be great.
Jeff, no matter what unit was in, the defense seemed to get a lot of stops today. What are some of your thoughts of the overall depth you have on that side of the ball, whether it be first team, second team, or third team?
Well, I want our defense to play well. The defense here at the University of Louisville played well the last half of the season last year, and we want to find ways to, build upon that and not, try to become a dominant defense. And I think you can if you're doing things right and people are disciplined and you're being aggressive in your approach. And so, we got stops. I thought we gave up some big plays at times on defense early, which is not good. And some of it was lack of discipline and intelligence on some of our plays. But we have good players on that side of the ball, and I do think that we have some good young players on defense as well that have shown up this spring. And we've just got to – sometimes it takes a little while on offense to learn the system, to learn the in and outs. We've got a couple guys that are new, to our team, and the offensive line is green and young, and we've just got to improve quite a bit.
Jeff, moving forward, like next week, will there be individual meetings like with every player about how they performed? And with the 4-word wait is now, some guys might still end up leaving. Do you have to work through that the next week?
Yes, we will, and that'll be on the deck at the beginning of the week for sure. Before a lot of our guys hit the road recruiting, is we want to meet with all of our guys, and football is competitive, and you got to tell them where they stand. And sometimes that's good news, and they feel pretty good about moving forward. Other times, maybe it's some things they don't want to hear, but you have to, be honest and assess your football team and try to find ways to improve and help guys get on the field, whether it be here or even somewhere else. Well, it's not the best setup for all of us, but it's a part of college football, and it causes you to analyze your team and to make sure that you keep your eyes and ears open to what's going on around you as well, because there's just a lot of activity going around, and um, there's a lot of people in the portal, and we've got to analyze every one of them and see if there can be a fit here or if they can help our team improve. And that takes a lot of time. Takes a whole lot of time, and but you have to do it. And everywhere the last 6 years at my last stop, we've added 6 to 10 players every year, and normally they've come in and done a really good job. So we're not adding them for any other reason than to coming in and helping us win. So, but you do have to make sure it's a right fit, and you have to make sure that that's a need on your team, or it could just be just a great player that you have to add.
Jeff, is there any needs in particular that you are exploring that you'd like to add or try to build depth?
Well, like I said, we'll always be open to a great player at any position. But, we're concerned about the depth in our offensive line. We need actually more bodies first at that position. And then we've just got some young green guys haven't played a whole lot. So they've got to get better fast. We've got to utilize these next 3 months to get them ready for fall camp. And at the same time, if there's someone out there with experience that's played a lot of football, we have to entertain that aspect. And there are a couple other positions that we'll always look for, but right now it's just very active, and we're going to just make sure we keep our eyes and ears open.
One more.
Well, the tight end position, we like to utilize as much as we can. We have some young guys there, and they've had some ups and downs this spring, and there's not a lot of experience. So we just got to continue to work through it. It was good to see them make some plays. I think the more they learn exactly what to do, that they can capably get it done. Just right now, there's some spinning going on. Jimmy has gotten better every week. He started off, a little unsure of himself, but he's got really good speed. We've got to get him better at the small things because he can utilize that. Sometimes you got to be careful dancing around a little bit and trying to make guys miss too much. You got to catch the ball, get north and south, and use that speed and trust it and split some tackles instead of trying to run around them. But he's worked hard, and this receiving group it's going to be competitive. We have to make sure we spread the ball around, but without question, there are certain guys that have stood out in the spring that a few of them we kind of held out a little bit today and just make sure that we didn't get them hurt as we move forward. But those guys worked hard all spring.